has been one of the most divisive individuals on the face of the earth. It probably isn't who you assume it to be. And who knows how much of it was on his part. So much divisiveness is not due to one character or individual or even groups of individuals. Divisiveness happens just naturally when there's disagreements. Yeah, there's a, but perhaps he will win the. Yeah, perhaps he will win the election because he's been such a controversial figure that it's really promoted him into the limelight. The more popular you become, the more people are going to know you, and you're going to be famous, and that's what's happened to the former leader of this country. Really might be propped up as a likely candidate because of so much popularity and notoriety, even if it's very controversial, and if there's so much opposition against it, it could actually be a way to catapult him into the lead. Who knows? Who knows what will become of it? I personally don't know if I would cast my vote. I wouldn't want to be stigmatized and ostracized and criticized and humiliated and cursed or belittled or slandered for casting my vote for someone that is potentially deemed as a villain in the eyes of they call it guilty by association. Being an accomplice. I don't know if I want to be part of that. Having your name tarnished because you're affiliated with someone, either on a personal level or even on a level that's somewhat distant and remote. I don't know if I want the backlash of being associated with someone who is potentially a national security risk, because the FBI raided his house and found all those very, very important classified documents, and I don't even know what they were and what became of it because I haven't heard anything since. But man, I wouldn't want to be entangled in all that. Who wants to be involved in all that? I'm a peaceful man. I just want quietness and peace. Keep to myself. Not be a busybody or a gossiper. That's a scriptural mandate, is to be peaceful and to be in harmony and to be a good citizen, respectful, polite, kind, not slanderous, not prone to violence, not prone. Yeah, if he can endure that, so much of that heat and pressure and extreme criticism and even hatred, who knows? He might actually be a worthy candidate. Who else could bear up to that kind of onslaught of humiliation and criticism and slander and everything else, raking him over the coals, just because he's so right-wing conservative? He repels a certain groups of individuals. He repels them. He pushes them too far to the left, because that's who they are. They're not into morality of any kind, except morality in their own eyes. Ultimately, though, who is there to lift you up, raise you to a higher level, push you forward, enable you to succeed, help you, aid you in your attempts to be a good citizen and productive and responsible? Who's there to lend a hand when you're in need, when you're helpless, when you... Yeah, this country was... Sure, it was a little rough starting out after the 13 colonies broke away from England. It was real rough. And they risked the potential for being branded as being insubordinate and rebels, for breaking away from what was then the main authority. But they were able to do it. They succeeded. They got their independence. And it was a little rough learning how to do government, learning how to be an organization, a self-sustained entity. There had to be a lot of lessons learned. So yeah, our history isn't perfect, but we grew. We came to better understanding of things, and by experience and by lessons learned, and we became much better in the last couple hundred years. And now we know how to be more civil, to not only on a domestic level, but even on an international level. We know how to be respectful and generous and helpful and honorable, because that's just who we have become. And we're still growing in that direction. We're moving up.